Jesus Christ, that was loud. Dom, welcome back to Box.
Yes, my Mac is on mute. Hello.
Sensational. Welcome back. So, this is Box, your favourite Formula 1 podcast. Dom, 2 races to go.
2. Is it? No, 3. It's got to be 3. Vegas, Bahrain. Is it Bahrain? No, I swear it's 3. It could be 2, but we're not doing well here.
Fuck me.
Yeah, season predictions, it'll be at the end of that.
Do you know what?
3 Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, okay, cool.
There we go.
3 races to go.
3 races to go.
Fake fan. I'm a fake fan.
I panicked then. I was like, no, don't say this to me.
Right now, hear me out. My brain is fucked, you know. Like, literally, me and him went to see Pendulum, you know, last week, and we just caught some ultimate fucking gig aids.
Mate, my brain's Spando Ballet, man.
Spando Ballet, I fucking love that, you know. Anyway, welcome back to Box, as I said. So, what we're talking about today, Dom?
We're going to try and get through an episode without ruining ourselves, but we are talking about Lando Norris taking the win at Sao Paulo.
We've got some sprint drama.
I know we're going to dig into it in a second, but can we just take a moment to appreciate Formula 1 safety when it comes to Bortoletto's crash?
Do you know what, mate? It ain't even Formula 1 safety either. It's
just
it's Jackie Stewart who's been a big pusher for it as well. Yeah.
Well, everyone from Lauda to Senna to Jackie,
they all pushed for it to be safer because of a lot of them lost their mates. But anyway, we'll continue.
Driver drama and rookie records. Sam's favourite.
I'm so proud of this.
What? No, not alliteration. That's what.
Yeah, I'm proud of this.
Sam's alliteration of the episode. Go on.
We're covering the sun-soaked samba in Sao Paulo.
Maybe we should have just opened with that.
Yeah, you know what we should have. We should have that. I think it was originally on the opening lines.
We should have just been bam.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, Mercedes momentum.
Bosh.
Get Big John on.
Oh my god. Right. So actually, speaking of. So a few weeks back, like me and Dom discovered a video, right, of this guy. He's a content creator. He's a content's called Sugar Central. I reached out to him.
Is it all? He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's just a comedian.
I thought that was just some Romanian guy.
Yeah, he's a comedian. It's like an actor. And he's got an act called Constantine, and I really wanted to get him on the pod just for the bants. But the problem is because we talk really technically, he was like, I feel like I'll get lost. I was like, no. So we've got to work out a way to get him on. There's a space in the middle of this sofa.
We'll get him on.
You reckon we can get talking about scrap value of F1 cars?
I think if you're weighing this one,
£2.
I'll give you £2 for this car.
Anyway, so we've got loads of F1 news because I've been a busy boy.
I've been digging.
To round up, we got some championship maths.
I sat down and did this. I didn't have ChatGPT.
Quick maths.
I sat down and worked out how I should. It probably would have took 5 minutes with ChatGPT, but I sat down for about 40 minutes going. If Lando gets this many points, and my brain was frazzling, but I had to start writing stuff down on pen and paper. That's the level I went to.
Apologies if we are coughing today. Well, if I'm coughing mainly because I'm just dying. Anyway. Big up to Kimi Antonelli with a massive asterisk with his rookie record. Dom, tell us about it.
So, yes, the headline, as you said, Kimi Antonelli is now the highest scoring rookie in Formula 1 history. He has finally broken Lewis Hamilton's long-standing rookie record from 2007. But this is the part where we need to explain properly. So, this is not like for comparison.
No, it's not. It's not possible for it to be like for like.
But we're going to break it down as to why. So Hamilton scored his rookie points under the 2007 scoring system, which, in case you're not aware, only the top 8 drivers scored points. A race win was worth 10 points, second place was worth 8, third place 6, so on and so forth. So, and just like it is currently, you didn't get any points for fastest lap. So the calendar also only had 17 races in comparing to today's 24.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Fuck's sake, America's got like 3 races now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, that'll probably, it's a good time to mention, we're probably going to do an episode in the off season, which I quite, the working title, I think, is How America Made F1 Great Again, because I feel like it did.
Can we give it a better title than that? Because I just want zero association with the fucking mate. He looks like a major's chip.
No, I don't. We're not on about Trump.
Yeah, I know. Just
America
making anything great again. I just associate with fucking
Working title. Anyway,
Uncle Donald. Anyway, continue.
Hamilton's 109 points in 2007 were earned in the championship, where there was obviously simply far fewer points available. The modern scoring system massively inflates totals. So it's all right. So Kimi's rookie season has 25 points for a win, 18 points for second, and 15 for third.
Yeah. What was Hamilton's?
Yeah, and a calendar of 24 races instead of 17. So it's literally more than double available to when Lewis debuted. So if you see the headline, Kimi breaks Hamilton's record, it is technically true, but it is happening in a completely different scoring era. So
yeah,
we kind of had a bit of a hiccup earlier working it out and converting all of it round. So if we work with Antonelli on the 2007 point scoring system, where Hamilton scored, where was it, 109, Antonelli would currently be on 81 points. But if we convert Hamilton's Hamilton's 2007 season on the 2025 point scoring system, then Hamilton would have 260 points.
I mean, mate, that's fucking unreal.
So we're not taking anything away from Kimi.
No, absolutely.
We're not diminishing his achievement.
Like it's
been unbelievable.
Like, and at the end of the day, mate, he's still in the modern world of F1 a driver who's come straight first year into F1 and been on the podium.
He's
twice.
beaten multiple seasoned drivers,
mate.
Scored consistently. Made barely any rookie mistakes.
Honest, I think he's performed better than George.
Yeah, massively. I wholeheartedly agree.
Like 100%.
He's had, I would go as far as to say he's had better performances than George, but I think George has been way more consistent.
But again, that's George has got a lot more experience in Formula 1.
Exactly.
And everything like that.
Kimi's delivered massively under pressure, so he deserves the praise, but we're giving full context to where this headline kind of is. So, yes, Kimi's record exists in a different era with a different scoring system and a much longer calendar, but is it still a fantastic achievement? Yes. And yeah, they're just measured in a different kind of era.
They're measured by different scoring systems, but still, big up to your bad self, Kimi.
Yes. I'm not taking anything away from him. Yeah.
Plus, he's so fucking unlovable. Anyway, moving on to a cool collab that we never knew we needed, of Linkin Park, F1 and Bottas. Linkin Park were actually at Sao Paulo.
Yes.
And Bottas went to see them live in Sao Paulo before the race, the crossover we didn't know we needed. Now, I saw some videos, obviously, when I did all the...
I think we're going to dig in some more for that as well.
Some pre-episode prep. I didn't really have to do that. But obviously, after the championship, after Sao Paulo, we do have some points updates as well. So, Dom, tell me about that, and then I'll tell you some stuff about Audi.
Yeah, so the current championship standings, obviously, I think if you're listening to this, you know that Lando won in Brazil. So, yeah, it currently stands with Norris top of the table with 390 points, and Oscar not too far, 24 points behind him at 366 points, with Verstappen at 341 points. So George is out of contention now.
Yeah.
It's literally it must be one of those three that's going to win the championship.
Imagine at Vegas, just hear me out, if Lando and Oscar get knocked out and Verstappen wins.
I don't know what that would do in terms of Oscar and Piastri. Oscar and Verstappen being in points.
No, I'm on about if Lando and Oscar get knocked out.
Yeah.
And Verstappen wins.
But I still don't know. I think it'd still be three-way toss-up.
Oh, yeah, but it would put...
It'd make the next three races very interesting.
Yeah, it really would. That's what I mean. Like, it'd really close the gap of anybody.
Yeah, massively.
But anyway, we continue, obviously. So, big
F1
news. F1, the news. We need a little stinger for it, you know.
We do.
That's going to happen. Obviously, so you ready for this, Dom? You ready for this, ready?
Go on.
Is he going to do it? Is he going to do the thing?
Do the roar. Yes.
Bosh! Literally, honestly, this system's so bougie. Audi debuted its Formula 1 Team R26 livery at a Munich event, previewing their striking 2026 entry. The new concept features titanium, carbon black, and Audi red, with geometric patterns and iconic rings reflecting Audi's motorsport legacy with a driver lineup, and I'm surprised they're keeping Hülkenberg and Bortoletto. The team will unveil the full car in January and begin testing in Barcelona ahead of the highly anticipated Melbourne Grand Prix debut in March. Now, I'll tell you something, mate. Like, I think it's fucking stunning, you know.
I like it because it looks very much Marlboro McLaren, like 80s, 90s era.
Yeah.
Do love that, but I don't know. It looks too much like F1 games where like you my team car.
Yeah.
It looks like one of them.
Look at
very basic.
this moment in time. It's got no sponsors on it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's a big thing you have to consider also. I mean, did you see the video that they did to announce it?
Yeah, where it's like we put when rally was dominated by V8s, we were like 5-pot and that sort of thing. I know what you mean.
Well, it was.
We put the engine at the back.
Everyone's like, you needed your engine at the front, so we put it in the middle. Like they said, you needed a big V8 to win rally. We won it on 5.
Yeah,
and I'm like, Audi. Again, though, like the thing is, Audi is one to fucking watch because do you not remember when they did that diesel in Le Mans?
Oh shit! Yeah,
the V10 diesel, and like everyone else
got banned, didn't it?
Yeah, everyone else was doing like 7 miles to the gallon, and they were doing like 21.
Yeah,
it was just
diesel.
Do you know what the thing is? That was PD era.
Yeah,
PD power. It literally was a V10 PD basically. And it just proves that Audi are definitely a contention in motorsport to be considered, and I'm excited.
They're very they do things like, I don't want to say differently, but they come along and fuck shit up in their own little way, don't they?
Very 100%.
Danny Rick way of doing things.
100%. Well, the thing is though, like I think pit stops are going to be good at, because I think it's going to be that very much German mindset of fast, efficient, and I mean, like, I know all teams are really good
as opposed to Mercedes.
It's one of them ones though. Who would you say has more motorsport pedigree?
Mercedes.
I don't know if I agree.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Mercedes.
What else does Mercedes do outside
CLK GTR? That single-handedly for me is the epitome of race car and Mercedes. Look,
but again, like, but hear me out. But it's like, what about all like Audi's LMP1s and Audi in rally? And one thing, it's not just what's Vag Group. They've also got Porsche who do motorsport. Like Audi also make Bugatti. This is what I mean. I mean, like, obviously, I know you're a big Mercedes fanboy.
No, I still would have said I don't know why, and I can't back up my argument.
That's an episode. Who has the better motorsport?
Audi versus Mercedes.
Like the battle of the Germans.
Yeah.
But moving swiftly,
could we chuck BMW in there as well?
Oh my! I think
then
again, BMW did have a Formula 1 team.
They're the top 3 German race, other than. We could dive further, but I feel like we should put the 3 consumer brands.
How you would have to do it? You would have to do it Daimler-Benz, BMW Group,
and then Vag
and Vag Group, because you can't say like, oh, you got Porsche and all this, because like it's all the little branches off. Then
we'll have to dig in and see what we can do.
I'm dying on the hill that Vag Group have got the biggest pedigree in motorsport for me. Okay. But moving swiftly on, which I didn't know about, and you can tell me about, Dom, is this?
Yes. So, Sergio Perez has been spotted driving a Black Tail SF23, which is the 2023 Ferrari car, at Imola. Why Ferrari? We'll get to. But he's been preparing for the Cadillac's 2026 entry into Formula 1. So, with no current car to test, Cadillac have borrowed the Ferrari, featuring the stripped back black livery and unbranded gear. Try saying that when you're fucking pissed. The 2-day session focused on giving Perez, who returns after a year away, a refresher in Formula 1 machinery, and allowed the new team to rehearse live protocols before their official debut. So, I mean, the car looks fucking stunning in all black with no branding, no sponsor. No
nothing. Mate, it looks unreal.
But it's like so Cadillac. It's unreal.
Mate, you know what? It is the epitome of the word murdered out.
Yeah. So that's cool as fuck. But I think the question that might be on a lot of people's kind of minds is why is he driving a car that's it's a Ferrari and they're using Ferrari powertrain.
I was about to say,
and that's fine.
That's kind of what my brain's saying is that's why.
But it's not. It doesn't matter what car Perez is in. And you might ask why Bottas isn't there as well. So Bottas is still contractually obliged to be with Mercedes. So
we can't go and be testing with another team.
He can do things like he's done his seat fitting and he's been to the Cadillac factory and things like that. But he's not. He can't participate too much in it just yet. But
because he is still officially. Exactly,
with Mercedes. So, but the reason why Perez is in the Ferrari again, it's irrelevant to what car he would be in. I think the reason why Cadillac are out doing these sessions is it's things like, I watched this from I sent you the race video, didn't I?
Yeah.
But it's getting along with race protocol. They've been doing lots of I
know they've been doing like running the race virtually.
Yeah, lots of simulation weekends and things like that. But it's even things like Perez talking to his engineer and just back and forth and figuring out how things will be once they're actually in a car and on an actual track.
Yeah,
there's so many things that it's just getting to know everyone, seeing how everyone reacts, watching the pit crew actually simulate some literal pit stops.
I mean, it's Cadillac are really they're really committing to this, you know.
Well, this is another thing that so if you haven't seen the race video, I think it'll come out a couple of days before this episode, so I recommend going and checking it out.
This episode will be out today, by the way.
Yeah, so I recommend going and checking it out because they go into context of, did Haas do this sort of thing when they were coming through? And if you look back at any other team that's come into Formula One for the first time,
a lot of teams have sort of just jumped into Formula One, as opposed to Cadillac have taken a whole year just to learn Formula One.
That's it. And although when Cadillac have come in with the intention long term to develop their own power unit. I think 2030 or 2031 they want to be on their own power unit.
Yeah.
But they're not fully developing it just yet because they don't know what the rules are going to be, if we're going to be in V8s, if we're going to be naturally aspirated, turbo, no one knows. So, but yeah, there's so many things where Cadillac going into this, they're putting a lot of prep and they compare it to some of the other teams that have started recently, and yeah, it's like this wasn't as reported on as much back then as well.
It's definitely interesting, mate.
So there's a lot to talk about, a lot to get lost in. Won't kill too much more time with it.
Dying. But right. Yeah, let's move on to something a bit more fun and positive and very, 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 very Brazilian.
I did love this. I watched this
before. Oh mate, I lived for it, and it was, in fact. Obviously, the headline again, chaos and samba fuel at the 2025 Sao Paulo F1 Parade Lap. The 2025 Sao Paulo Grand Prix Parade Lap dazzled fans with its carnival energy and soapbox kit cars, which for each F1 team, plus special ones for the home hero, Gabriel Bortoletto. Drivers brought a playful antics before the race, with Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz racing to their seats to the cheers of vibrant crowds at Interlagos.
I was going to say, I didn't read this. I've just caught you saying it, and I was about to say, did you see Carlos and Albon fighting for their seat when they clocked that one of them was going to have to drive and one of them wasn't?
Yeah,
it was quite fun.
It's so funny.
But go on,
the unique parade lap set a tone of another electrifying Brazilian Grand Prix weekend. You know what, mate? I've really loved the fact that this has been a thing this year. Like, obviously we had the Lego one.
Yeah, the Lego cars. I don't know. It might have been Silverstone, to be fair. Sam's going to look. But there's been a lot of more fun and animated kind of parade laps this year.
It was at Miami.
There you go. There's been a lot more, rather than just everyone jumping on a bus and being driven around the track.
Yeah,
it's been a lot more. It feels
engaging.
Everyone. That's it, engaging. I feel like everyone's more included and more interactive, sort of thing. Essentially,
mate, 100%. And like, to be honest, mate, something that I want to speak about before we get into. Have you ever seen F1 Kids?
Yes, I have seen F1 Kids.
Yo, it's lit, you know.
So that I've noticed. So they only do F1 Kids on. So it's an F1 TV thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
well, it's like F1 if it was for kids.
Yeah, and they only do it on certain races on the calendar, and Brazil obviously was one of them. I was a little bit gutted because I had to watch Brazil at home on my own
Yeah.
So I
Mate,
really
I was
wanted.
pissed off that I didn't cut to the fucking flag.
I know. I wanted.
I feel that's got to go there just for a little bit.
Definitely. We, I wanted to put it on for my nephew because I remember before when I put on, the driver tracker.
Yeah.
I put that on for qualifying the once, and it would have been last season. And my nephew sat down on the floor, and I had my iMac on the floor in my living room underneath my TV, with the drivers going round, and he was following it, and he was pissing himself laughing because he was like mesmerised by this thing on the screen. But now that I know F1 TV kids, like discovered it, and I was like, fucking hell, this is amazing.
It's basically just the racing 10.
Yeah.
Or the racing 30 for like kids. But mate, if you want to get kids into F1, what a way to do it.
Do they not do live coverage?
No, mate.
I thought it was live,
No. It's
playback,
Yeah, it's playback. It's on YouTube because I have to sort of edit it together after.
Fair. That makes a lot more sense. I suppose it'd be a technical nightmare getting kids to do it, wouldn't they?
Well, they have to make it family friendly as well. Just in case one of the drivers goes, I don't know, like...
Or Hulkenberg. No, was it? It wasn't Hulkenberg. It was Grosjean and the crash that he had with Haas where he was on fire, sat in the car for like 45 seconds. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't want that on F1 TV, kids, would you?
Yeah, definitely not. But anyway, moving on. Red Bull Racing Bulls respond to Boogate at Sao Paulo. Paulo.
So a video...
I didn't just swear.
The video circulated after the Brazilian Grand Prix showing a Racing Bulls staff member giving a thumbs down and appearing to encourage fans to boo Lando Norris during the podium ceremony. The clip blew up online and the team moved quickly to distance themselves from the behaviour. And Racing Bulls have released a statement saying, we're aware of the video from the weekend's podium. It doesn't reflect our team's values or the spirit of VCARB. The matter has been handled internally. We believe in celebrating great racing and showing respect to every driver, team and fan, both on and off the track. So basically someone's got the sack.
Someone's just not allowed to come to a race for a bit.
They've confirmed it has been dealt with behind the scenes and reiterated their commitment to professionalism and respect.
Did you hear all the crowds cheering like the do?
Yeah, Max Verstappen.
And mate, something I want to talk about in terms of like people can boo Lando, but mate, he was what a fucking bellend on the weekend. Did you not see him? Kimi got a P2 on the podium. He beat the 4-time world champion by the fucking skin of his teeth.
Yeah, no, he was hanging on for dear life.
Max fucking Verstappen. Yeah. And I don't give a fuck what you say. That is one hell of an achievement. To hold off and to fight off Max.
That's an achievement as much as when people are saying like Kimi's beaten Hamilton's points record.
Yeah.
I would say holding back Verstappen like that he did.
That's a better achievement than...
I would massively agree there.
Mate, he was fully fighting him off. And
I reckon 2 more laps.
Oh, mate, can I be honest? I reckon on that straight, Verstappen would have had him.
Yeah.
Like down the main straight, he would have done him. Because he was in DRS and like there was just enough pace.
He was catching, weren't he?
It was literally. It was like what was about 1/10 of a second, wasn't it?
I think, as we always say though, whenever we say, a couple more laps, but that would have changed everyone's strategy.
100%. But you know what, like literally. So the thing I want to talk about was obviously it's like when they all spray champagne over each other.
Yeah.
And like Lando was soaking Max and Max was just spraying it everywhere and just ignored Kimi.
Yeah.
And Kimi poured it over himself. And literally I saw Max run over and start spraying him and I was like, you know what? Max has really fucking grown on me this season.
Not Kimi's first podium though.
No, I know. But so that's still a big one.
It's his best achievement.
Brazil,
so it's P3 before P2.
It's a fucking hard race.
It is. Big things. I did think, to be fair, that the whole podium celebration this year, I know that you can't really go, the podium celebration was good or bad, but I feel like it was a bit shit.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like everyone kind of could have been a little bit more enthusiastic.
Yeah.
It's fucking Brazil, man.
But
anyway.
Let's move on into the race.
Well, yeah, so practice. So there was only one practice session this weekend because it was a sprint format.
Oh, right. Cool, sorry. I've just
jumped a little bit too far ahead, didn't you?
Carry on.
But it still gave us a few important clues about the pace and the weekend ahead. So, just going to run over these real quick because I feel like practice didn't have all that much going on.
No, mate. I watched all of it.
I caught a little bit of practice.
And you didn't miss much.
Yeah. So, Lando Norris topped the session with a 109.975 on the medium tyres, just ahead of Oscar Piastri by, 23,000th
of a second. That's fucking mad thing, you know.
Fuck. McLaren looked hooked up straight out of the box, which was good. Nico Hülkenberg impressed with the third fastest time, showing a strong early pace from Sauber. Fernando Alonso was fourth, and home hero Gabriel Bortoletto put in a brilliant lap to go fifth quickest in front of the Brazilian crowd. There was trouble for a couple of big names. Yuki Tsunoda crashed early on in the session, and Lewis Hamilton had a spin, hinting at a difficult weekend for both drivers, evidently, which we'll obviously get into. Overall, McLaren looked comfortably fast in practice. Hülkenberg and Bortoletto were standout surprises, and a few drivers were already on the back foot before qualifying. For the sprint, that is. But before we dive into talking about the sprint,
it's my turn for meme of the week. Now, this one fucking broke me, mate.
Go on.
Honestly, it was it's a Lance Stroll meme. I reckon.
Oh no, not another meme. Not something aimed at Lance Stroll's expense. We love humour at Stroll's expense. Although, to be fair, I've got a point going up further into the
just
episode.
One minute. I need to read the caption on it first. So I'm just going to change. We've bought a TV and it's fucking up there. Hang on. Oh fuck! Where the fuck is it? Yeah, I'm just going to go to the. I'm just going to go to the pro. Here we go. So the caption is, Aston, just go out there and give it your best, and then it's got Lance Stroll. Now, what is happening in this meme is there.
You've got to play it first, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
We don't want to ruin it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me just change back to the view I need. There we go. Right, you ready?
Go on. I feel like zero
context.
Zero context. It's still funny. You don't need to have seen it. But come on.
Right. So we have somebody going to do, what's that called?
Pole vault.
Yeah, going to do, or no, it's not pole vault. Jump? It's some form of vaulting.
You know that thing where you jump over the bar?
Yeah, where
like the opposite of a limbo.
High jump. I don't know. Anyway, somebody go to that and literally they just dive under the bar and just fail utterly, and it's.
I'm sure it's it is pole vault.
Do you know what? Just for
pole jumping also.
But for just good context, let's have it one more time.
Yeah. Go on, lads.
Go on. Oh God, I love the fact that we do these episodes live now.
It's just
one day we should stream it. You know.
Like, oh God, I don't know how I feel about that.
That's fucking unhinged and lethal. Anyway, we move on back to the sprint.
So the sprint at Interlagos delivered drama almost immediately and became one of the biggest talking points of the entire weekend. I would even go as far as to say, if not the season after this one. So,
bro, the sprint was fucking mad.
Bortoletto's big sprint crash and the red flag. The major incident came from Gabriel Bortoletto, who crashed heavily during the sprint. So I don't know if anyone else caught any of the sprint, but I'm sure people seen the crash.
Real bad.
It was horrific. So at first glance, onboard cameras made it look as though the steering column had collapsed in his hands. It was a terrifying moment, especially considering he's a Brazilian rookie racing on home soil, and the visual similarity to a very dark moment in the sport's history.
Yeah.
So, however, after initial inspection, it became clear that the steering column was damaged because of the impact with the barrier, not before it. The car had hit hard enough that the force broke the steering assembly, which is why the steering wheel appeared to fall away. And even though it was an impact-related failure, the optics of a steering component snapping at Interlagos caused an instant wave of concern across the paddock. So the reason I specifically made note when I watched the crash and I saw that these fucking steering wheels flying around, I was like, first thing that come to me was Senna.
Yeah,
because inevitably that's kind of what killed Senna, really.
Well, it was literally his knapsack. His neck napped, didn't it? His neck snapped. Snack napped.
Well, I thought it was the steering column that went into his chest that kind of did the trick.
No, I thought it was his neck snapping.
Oh. Well, anyway, regardless of what it was, the steering column definitely fucking did something on him. And yeah, I think
it was the steering column.
Yeah.
When went into him, but it was also
I think it was many contributing factors, really, wasn't it? And I think even today nobody really knows exactly what it was, because it was so.
It's not a fucking nice way to go there.
Yeah. So seeing Bortoletto steering column, I was like, whoa, especially on his rookie season, his first home race. Granted the sprint, but still, I think I heard something like 34G. that crash was on the either the first or the second impact, and the whichever one it was, the other one was almost as high. So yeah. Anyway, jumping on, so that crash brought out a full red flag and halted the sprint while marshals cleared the debris, and the crowd went silent initially, but Bortoletto climbed out of the car unaided and waved to the fans to confirm he was okay, which was obviously a huge sigh of relief for everybody.
Mate, honestly, like, and this is what we were speaking about earlier, like, where, like, people, like, and
safety in Formula 1 now, like, it's,
I know the cars are bigger and everything, but this is why people are walking out.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, like, the fact that he got out of the car on his own
And just walked.
and raced the following day. I think if qualifying would have got put off by another 15 minutes, he would have been able to participate in qualifying and put a lap time in as well.
Yeah.
That's how fucking mental. I mean, if that would have been 80s or 90s, they would have pulled out third car for that, 100%. And gone, yeah, we'll take it.
So they can't have a third car anymore, can they?
No. I don't think there is one. I think so. They have like a new chassis, and they could build a third car essentially.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
they don't have one ready to roll.
Yeah,
like they used to.
Back in there, they used to have like a car just built ready to go, wasn't they?
Yeah. So, well, Spa 94, 95, I think it was. You know, the one where
where everyone
the big
just crashed.
That was a case of where most of the people that crashed out and the cars were ruined. If both drivers from the same team crashed, they would race back to the pits, like running, to try and get in the third car first. That's kind of that's how it used to be. So anyway, jumping on some more sprint action. So after the red flag incident, the race restarted. Once the running resumed, the session continued with mixed performances across the field. McLaren once again showed strong pace. Red Bull looked more competitive than expected in the short format. Several midfield teams struggled to get tyres in the window with the rapidly changing track conditions, and a few drivers were caught out by the gusty wind through the middle sector. The sprint didn't change the championship picture dramatically, but it did set the tone for the Grand Prix. McLaren looked comfortable, Red Bull looked edgy but fast, and Ferrari sat somewhere in the middle, like Ferrari tends to do, and the entire grid was unsettled after Bortoletto's crash, understandably.
Honestly, mate, like it was bad, you know.
I watched it, I was just like, and the amount of times that I've had to go back and watch that crash and be like, fucking hell, just grateful that things are the way they are today.
Like so. it is like, and it is people, Niki Lauda, it's people like
Jackie Stewart,
Senna. Jackie Stewart's been a massive pusher for making cars safer, and like
well, he's the guy that called Nürburgring the Green Hell, weren't he?
Yeah.
Like
it's Niki Lauda.
No, it was Stewart that called it Green Hell.
I thought it was Lauda who called it Green Hell.
I did some digging on Nürburgring the other day for some reason, and it came up. That's
I know Niki Lauda is one of the reasons why it doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, well, I think the last race wasn't that long. No. Well, on that specific, on the Nordschleife, the North Circuit.
the North Loop.
So, but the German Grand Prix that took place kind of at the Nürburgring Grand Prix, Nürburgring circuit. They've got the Grand Prix circuit now, which is that the most recent race was less than a decade ago, I think.
I mean, obviously, you still have races happen there. But it's not like you don't get like Formula One there.
No, I mean the most recent Formula One's race was less than a decade ago.
I mean,
it weren't that long ago. Double check it. When was it?
2019. No, that was Hakeem.
I can't. It's got to have been.
I swear. The last race there, mate, was 1977.
Nah, there was we're not going to get lost on it.
Bro,
I'm certain
legit. When was that time? 1976. Sorry.
No, because Vettel was there.
Bro,
I don't know. I don't want to get lost and waste too much time.
Another day.
That is.
Anyway.
Well, to be fair, the Nürburgring is an episode in itself. Yeah, after some of the shit that I was reading about it the other day, I was like,
mate, it really is. It's the fucking green hell. But anyway, let's talk about qualifying. So both Red Bull Racing, both Red Bulls were eliminated in Q1. It's the first time the team failed to get out of Q1 since the 2006 Japanese Grand Prix. Mate, did you see Jos Verstappen?
No, I did not.
Mate, he was like this. He stood behind a wall, like.
Oh.
But like, you know what? I fucking felt for Max. Like, because, like, you know for a fact Yoss has just gone and ripped him a fucking new one.
I was going to say his dad defo beat his ass after that.
Like, and it's one of them ones where sometimes the machinery ain't there. Because I will say, Max shows up and does his shit.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I feel like... yes.
I'm sick of dying.
Yes, that both Red Bulls didn't get out of Q1. And yes, that's bad for Red Bull. But after seeing Max's performance in the race anyway...
like beast.
Yeah, and granted Tsunoda didn't do too well, so fair enough. But, yeah, I feel like it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the session did sort of expose some major setup issues for Red Bull.
Exactly.
And the car's lacking grip, which
in turn led them to make the decisions that they did. Yes, they had to change a few things that went against, not part Ferme, but part Ferme rules.
Part Ferme.
But which caused Max to start in the pit lane.
Yeah.
But look at the end result. So
absolutely.
Who gives a
But anyway,
damn?
moving on to Q2, with the Red Bulls gone, the doors open now for the midfield teams, and the fight to Q3 spot. Midfield teams to fight for Q3 spots they usually do not get. Hulkenberg made it through to Q3 for the first time this season, showing genuine pace from Sauber. Several drivers who normally sit on the Q1, Q2 bubble took full advantage of the chaos ahead of them.
Yeah, I think because of everything that was going on and the two Red Bulls not getting through into Q2 or Q3, obviously, getting out of Q1.
Well, mate,
that's two more spaces now that someone else could have got.
Well, that's exactly that's placed people like Williams, Sauber,
exactly, and
like Haas, them having the opportunity to get higher up in. Well,
qualifying better, starting.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously into Q3, Lando Norris took pole position, continuing McLaren's strong qualifying form with Oscar Piastri close behind, who was in P3, wasn't he? Was he P3 or P4?
Yeah, he was P3. I don't remember.
But still, Kimi Antonelli delivered a standout performance, mate. He performed sensational all weekend to line up, continuing his impressive season, and he qualified in P2. With Red Bull nowhere, it became a huge opportunity, as we've already said, for other teams to lock in some grid positions for the Sunday.
Exactly.
Now, the actual race, fuck me, this was the best race all season. I'm going to fucking die on that hill.
I was going to say, there was a lot of people that...
Fuck me. Like, honestly, mate, like the race was an emotional roller coaster.
It was. So, just to throw in a tiny bit of context here. So, for this race, I had to watch it at home, and I had a horrific weekend of being awake for a long time. And I'm going to throw myself under the bus. I was watching it at home, and I got to, I think, around about like 20. And
did you go, fuck this, I'm having a nap?
I dozed off, I'm not going to lie. And I woke up at lap 68, 69, I think, which is like 3-4 laps away from the end.
When the grid was just fighting like a mad thing.
Which we'll get to, obviously, what happened at that moment. But I'm glad that I woke up when I did and caught what I did live. But when the race finished and all the podium celebration was over, I went back and watched it again. So, yeah. And I'm glad that I did go back and watch it again. Would I have fell asleep if I wasn't so bloody tired? No, definitely not.
If you didn't go and see Pendulum on the Monday, then Mode Step on the Friday.
Pendulum on the Tuesday.
Pendulum on the Tuesday.
Yeah, what did I do on the I did something on the Wednesday. Wedding.
Yeah,
doing a wedding on the Wednesday. And then we were here doing...
Do you not remember because of the opening on last week's episode when you were raging
about who has a wedding, yeah. And then we were here doing this on the Thursday, out Friday, Saturday. It was just a chaotic week for me. And yeah, so I fell asleep watching it. But I went back and watched it because it was absolute...
Hardcore. Absolute. It was absolute cinema, mate.
There we go.
But anyway, lap one, a clean launch at the front, but chaos in the pack. The McLarens got away cleanly with Lando Norris defending the inside and Oscar Piastri trying to stay alongside around what?
Alongside around the outside. Around the outside. Behind them, the midfield bunched into the centre S with elbows out and small contacts, but no major incidents
Insurance.
It was surprisingly tidy for Interlagos. However, Gabriel Bortoletto did not make it past the opening lap, sadly, after being involved with a minor collision with Lance Stroll.
Sorry, this has got to be triggered again.
Good job, Lance.
Good job, Lance.
Forcing Bortoletto into the retirement.
They've got... You know what? Spotify. This is going to be on Spotify video. Sorry about the YouTube episode last week. Fuck knows what happened.
Well, I think even the music makes it entertaining. So
moving on to lap 5, Max Verstappen struggled to gain positions. Grip issues from qualifying were still there, and the car simply did not have the balance he needed to cut through the field.
Early on, definitely. Damage limitation became the theme immediately. Yeah. So
lap 6.
Lap 6 caused Leclerc and his early retirement, sadly. So Leclerc's race came to an early end after he picked up heavy damage in the lap 6 collision involving Piastri and Antonelli.
Was it his tyre that you saw just running off the track?
Yeah, it just went...
His tyre was like, yep, see ya.
So Piastri clipped Antonelli, and Antonelli in turn clipped Leclerc's Ferrari. And
because at the time I didn't know who to blame.
It was a racing incident, 100%.
Yeah, but Piastri didn't get a 10-second time penalty.
Yeah, so that is in here. I think it was a racing incident, but
I do.
Antonelli clipped ever so slightly, caught Leclerc's front left tyre, and the tyre just went.
Yeah,
and left the chat. So Ferrari initially hoped he could continue, but the car was obviously too bad. Well, the car wasn't damaged; he'd lost his tyre and was evidently undrivable, forcing Leclerc to retire on lap 6. Piastri was judged predominantly at fault for the incident, and he received a 10-second time penalty from the FIA, which he served during his next scheduled pit stop. He also got... I don't know if I've seen a lot of contradicting information, and I haven't looked into it to fact check it myself, but he did get 2 penalty points on his Super licence because of the incident, but I've read somewhere else that they've been taken away. Like they've kind of done a U-turn.
Yeah, that's good.
But I don't know if that's true or not, and I haven't looked into it, so don't hold me to that. Anyway,
we're going to continue on to lap 18. Mercedes were showing genuine pace. George Russell began closing in on the McLarens with strong long-run speed. The Mercedes looked stable and predictable in this race, which allowed both drivers to push harder than they have in recent rounds. Now, honestly, mate, we've spoke a lot about Mercedes recently, and I think they've looked fantastic in the second half of the season.
That's what I wanted to ask.
They've looked really good. I mean, obviously, I don't want to talk too much about Kimi at the minute. But I'll be honest, mate, George, he didn't really excite me in this race.
I think, to be honest, it wasn't... again, as I always say about George, and I feel like I'll get a lot of hate from my dad for this, but George kind of... It's good because he's doing this thing, but he does virtually nothing and does well. Like, he just appears out of somewhere. Like, you'll go, oh, George P3. Like, and I know 100%. He's won.
Nah, mate, 100%. I don't disagree with that.
He has won a race this season, I believe. But what I just asked the old internet is where Mercedes stand, and they're currently second with 398 points in the constructors. Which says it all, really.
It does.
I know Red Bull are right behind them. I don't know where they are currently. If I just click that there. Oh, there we go. So McLaren with 756 points. Yeah. So there's a big jump. And then Mercedes with 398. Red Bull in third with 366. So there's not actually that many. And you've got to think, what you've got to remember is the Red Bull second seat fiasco at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And Max Verstappen scored 99% of their points, really.
Mate, honestly, fucking...
In fact, hang on, where we've got Max Verstappen's points total here. Max Verstappen's points, 341. And there's 366 for Red Bull. So, Max Verstappen has scored more points. No, almost more points single-handedly than both Ferraris this season. Max is on 341.
According to Ferrari, there's nothing wrong with the car.
Yeah. Max is on 341, Ferrari are on 362. Mental. Absolutely mental.
That's fucking mad thing, bro.
Anyway,
Anyway, lap 22, tell me about it.
Lap 22. So the first wave of pit stops kind of kicked in around this point and brought a lot of chaos. The undercut was incredibly strong, and teams who pitted early gained immediately. McLaren covered most moves instantly, but Ferrari hesitated with Leclerc, which cost him track position. No, Ferrari didn't hesitate with Leclerc. I think it was Hamilton. Hamilton had a few issues, didn't he? And they were changing with that.
Yeah, like I know with Hamilton, was his floor completely mashed up?
It was I think the car just in general was mashed up. I think Hamilton had pitted nearly 3 times at that point.
Yeah, the car was just broke up
when everyone else is still running on their first set of tyres. So yeah, there was a lot of chaos.
Hamilton was doing what he could to even just get the race done, and he just.
Well, we'll get there on more Hamilton lore, but jumping into lap 29
with Carlos Sainz, my favourite, the smooth operator. Carlos Sainz completed a perfectly judged overtake into turn 4. He built up the run for several laps and picked his moment with precision. It was one of the cleanest moves of the race. So honestly, mate, Sainz doesn't get the recognition he deserves sometimes, you know.
So the way that I get my notes for the race is I'll either try and make notes while I'm watching the race, or I'll go back and watch the race. I'll either watch the highlights, I might watch the full race, I might watch the race in 10. It depends kind of how I'm feeling, but usually if something stands out to me in the race, I'll make a note of it right there and then, and that's another one of those things, and that's my wording exactly being one of the cleanest moves of the race, because I remember watching it and going, fuck, you know, like he was watching the build up to it, like it kind of says the build up to the run for several laps. It was Sainz is going to go, he's going to do it.
People can say what they fucking want about Carlos Sainz, but he is still a fucking machine of a driver. The fact
he's pulling out the moves and busting out the performance he is in the car that he's in with the team that he's with. I'm not throwing shade at Williams, it's just they are lower pack kind of team, and they've shown some serious kind of signs this season, but
we saw potential for them, but it's just not manifested.
Yeah.
But we're going to move on to Hamilton. Continues to fight the car. Lewis Hamilton struggles with rear instability and never had the rotation he needed. Multiple small snaps of oversteer meant he couldn't attack properly. He remained stuck behind the slower cars for too long, which meant at lap 37, he had to retire the car due to the floor damage he picked up early in the race, becoming too severe for him to continue. The balance of the car deteriorated rapidly, and then
Ferrari. My bad.
Fuck's sake, Dominic had one job. And then Ferrari retired the car on lap 37.
Yeah. I was waiting. So obviously I missed this when I fell asleep watching it through the first time. But when I went back and watched it, it was one of those things where I was waiting pretty much from when I said about Sainz and his clean overtake. From that moment on, it was kind of like waiting for Hamilton to.
Like, I was still with Ryan Langford watching the race loads, and literally, we were saying they need to retire that car. It's not going to get the pace.
It ain't going to do it. Save the car, save the hours and the laps on the engine, all the components and stuff.
Yeah, and obviously,
they're not going to do well.
You're not going to get any
no valuable data from this race because the car's fucked.
100%, mate.
Anyway, jumping in, Norris starts pulling away around about lap 40. He begins edging away from Piastri by a few tenths every lap. As tyre wear increased, Lando found a more consistent rhythm and started to open up the gap.
Open up the pit.
Open it up. What the fuck is up, Denny's?
What the fuck is up, Denny's? Fuck's sake. McLaren. Oh no, could
McLaren split the strategies. What did they do, Sam?
McLaren put Piastri on an alternate compound to give him a late race tyre advantage. Oscar Piastri closed back in briefly, but Lando responded each time with pace, hand in hand, and kept control of the lead. And it's one of them ones where, I think McLaren, they're being more fair to the drivers again now. But I don't know. I really don't know. Can I be honest? I'm a little bit sick and tired of talking about McLaren drama at the minute.
Yeah. Let's just move on because we're going to dive and dig and.
Let's move on to Lance Stroll.
Lance Stroll. So again, this is another point where I made a standout kind of note here that I don't know if anyone else caught it or anyone else thought that it was that impressive, but I definitely did find it so. So lap 52, Lance Stroll had a massive moment at turn 10 while being overtaken by Pierre Gasly. I thought it was attempted, but he succeeded. The rear of Stroll's car stepped out violently, and it looked certain that he was headed to the wall, especially considering the man behind the wheel. But he caught the rear with an incredible piece of car control, easily one of the best saves of the season. And I know that's a bold thing to say for Lance Stroll, but
that's a ballsy statement. That is.
I do think it was. I'll show you later because we haven't got any side context. No, I genuinely think that it was one of the best.
I don't even know if the audio played for that, on the overlay, but it
is what it is.
Like, honestly, it's just
when you see it, I think you'll understand.
Mate, like
I don't know if there's any videos aside for it
happening.
I thought it was fucking.
I'll be honest,
phenomenal.
mate. This whole race was just a fucking road. It went like that. Like it was such a fast-paced race. But anyway, we're going to continue on to lap 57.
Nearly at the end. Nearly.
Antonelli and Leclerc, tension rises again. Kimi Antonelli found himself in another wheel-to-wheel moment with Charles Leclerc adding
No, I pulled that. We're going to skip that whole thing because that was from a different race. I don't know why that's there.
Dom, please proofread your motherfucking notes, biatch.
I don't. Anyway, lap 63.
Okay, go on, take it away.
The final pit stops shape.
Made me look like a dickhead.
No, that was completely my fault. I hold my hands up. It's because I copy the notes from the last episode and then delete them and come back in and put in the new stuff. That was my bad.
Dickhead.
Lap 63, the final pit stops shape the run to the flag. So the final pit stop cycle locked in the running order. McLaren covered every potential undercut and Mercedes focused on their solid points. At this point, it's when everyone kind of started to decide their fate for the rest of the race, basically.
Yeah, very much so.
And then jumping straight in right towards the end. So
when you went back up?
No, when I went back up after watching the race the first time. So around lap 69,
71.
Antonelli holding off.
Mate, honestly,
Max
what a battle. I mean, with Max Verstappen, he was on fresher tyres. Max was pushing as hard as he could as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he was closing the gap. Whether people want to say that Kimi defended like a machine, and he deserved that race win.
Kimi defended way better than most seasoned drivers.
Yeah, man, 100%.
10 times better than any other rookie has this season.
Can I be totally honest? I think the reason why is that a lot of people, when they see a Red Bull coming and they'll see Max's helmet,
they go, no.
They'll be like, it's one of them ones that like, I've got that. It's probably that panic of the.
Everyone knows Max's mentality of it's either move or crash.
Yeah. As opposed to with Kimi, I kind of got the intent.
Well, Kimi's already crashed with Antonelli once already.
Yeah. Sorry,
Kimi's already crashed with Max.
Has already crashed with Antonelli. But I do think with Max and Kimi was like, I'm on P2. You're not taking this.
Yeah. Kimi's like, fuck you.
I've raced so hard for this, and he was like, if we're going to play your game of move or crash,
it's crash.
You're crashing.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying like that's kind of how I feel he got, and I think one more lap the positions would have swapped.
Definitely.
But there was another lap. Kimi held it out and took a very well-deserved P2.
Well, this is it. So, evidently, this standoff between Antonelli and Verstappen became one of the standout battles of the season. So, Verstappen, obviously on fresher tyres and pushing absolutely flat out, closed rapidly onto the back of Kimi Antonelli for 3 laps. Max threw every move he could think of at the rookie. He tried the outside of turn 1, the cut back through the centre S, deep lunges into turn 4, and aggressive pressure through the middle sector. Kimi read every single move. His defensive positioning was flawless, and he covered the inside without weaving, braked late without locking up, and controlled exits perfectly to deny Max any run down the straight. The rookie for a rookie to keep a 3-time world champion, 4-time.
Max has 4 world championships, mate.
No, I thought this would be his 4th if he wins this one.
Max is the 4-time world champion.
All right, fake fan me over here. Sorry. 4-time champion behind for that long under that pressure that only makes it even more. Yeah, my bad. That makes it even more impressive. But for a rookie to keep the 4-time world champion behind for that long under that pressure was an incredible showcase of racecraft and composure, and it was one of Kimi's best defensive sequences to date.
Mate, 100%. I wholeheartedly agree for the whole race. But obviously the final lap, with obviously the massive fight that was going on between Verstappen and Antonelli, but far ahead was Lando Norris, taking a huge win. He managed his tyres and pace comfortably on the closing laps. He had complete control of the gap to Piastri and the Mercedes and Red Bull drivers. Lando crossed the line at Sao Paulo Grand Prix, strengthened his championship lead, setting up for Las Vegas as a real title deciding opportunity.
So Lando's not been the one to. He's not been one to be like, I'm winning. I think one of his first words on the radio after he crossed the line, when they said like, could be something about Vegas, and he's like, it's not over yet. It's not over till it's over. Like, and I think that's, for the first time, I think that's good that Lando's showing that kind of mindset of like, we haven't finished. Like,
no, exactly.
We've still got a lot more to do, because
the season's not over until the season's over. You know what I mean?
That's it. If he doesn't win at Vegas, like, then that could be the end of his title. Really, well, that's not the end, but that could be the start of the end, really.
Mate, 100%. Anyway, do you want to Rochambeau for this shit?
No, but well, rock, paper, scissors, yeah.
Did you know that Rochambeau is a reference in Hamilton? You know, the musical?
No.
The stage show?
No.
Yeah,
I know what Hamilton. Yeah, but I didn't know that it was.
There's context to this, by the way. Beck challenged me to make a drum and bass remix of a Hamilton tune. I'm gonna show you after.
Okay.
It's fucking hilarious. And literally, one of the references, it's like Hamilton and we'll Rochambeau into. And literally, bro, I was fucking pissing myself. And Beck's like, "What's funny?" I was like, "Do you know what Rochambeau is?" And then I had to explain and show the South Park episode, and she was very confused.
What should we rock, paper, scissors for it?
Rochambeau.
Oh, no, I thought okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I'll win.
Fuck.
I'll take the odds.
Yeah.
So, the race results for the Brazilian Grand Prix 2025. In P1, taking his well-deserved 25 points, is Lando Norris.
In P2, we have Kimi Antonelli.
Why does he get the Mexican hat dance when he's Italian?
Oh no, I'll just lose before now.
Verstappen takes P3.
P4, we have George Russell.
P5 is Oscar Piastri.
P6 is Ollie Behrman.
P7, Liam Lawson.
P8 is Isaac Ajar.
P9, Nico Hülkenberg.
P10 is Pierre Gasly, motherfucker.
11th place out of the points now is Alex Albon.
P12 is Esteban Ocon. No time penalty though.
No, just Oscar. P13, Carlos Sainz.
P14 is Alonso.
P15 is Franco Colapinto.
Great name. P16 is Lance Stroll.
P17, and technically dead last of the race finishers, is Yuki Tsunoda.
Right, and in the DNFs we have Hamilton, Leclerc and Gabriel Bortoletto. So let's talk about race predictions. So none of us got the middle point this week.
No, so my old man, so your predictions.
No, none of us got any points.
No, my dad got 2.
What did your dad get?
Norris and Verstappen.
Oh yeah, he did.
So your predictions were?
My predictions were Piastri, Leclerc, Behrman.
Mine was Verstappen, Piastri, Hamilton. And my dad went with Norris, Russell, Verstappen. So if he would, he got the team for P2 right,
yeah,
but didn't get the driver.
If your dad would have committed to the Italian stallion,
he could have got himself a hefty jump there. So I think my dad's 1 point ahead of me now. I don't know. Oh, hang on, I've got it right here. What am I on about? So, yeah, you're in third place with 7 points. I'm in second with 14, and my dad is top place with 15 points. So realistically, I think me and you are going to have to go halves and buy my dad a fucking Bolter.
That's fucking fine.
But there's still time. Next race is obviously Vegas, but we'll do the predictions next week for that. So that's that and that. So yeah, Vegas.
Right. So
Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas.
Before we get into talking about Vegas,
you reckon we can get a license? I can get a license for that.
What, for I thought all of Elvis's music's technically public domain anyway.
I'm fucking checking this.
While you check that, I'm going to dig into some Formula 1 trivia. Not trivia. Law, points, nerdy stuff. Stats,
They're not in the public domain.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I have your attention for this one then. So for Lando to take the Drivers' Championship this season, he will have to obviously win in Vegas. So he has to take P1. If Oscar finishes P3 or below, then he will. And also Verstappen finishing P4 and below. As long as both those drivers... So if we had a Lando, Antonelli, Oscar, Verstappen finish at Vegas, Lando wins. Hands straight up.
That's fucking mad.
So it's not even that. Like if it was like P6 and P7 where Piastri
it's
and
not
Verstappen
much, is it? It's not much to pull it back.
Exactly. So anyway, next race on the Formula 1 calendar is the Heineken Las Vegas Grand Prix 2025, which is at the Las Vegas Strip Circuit,
Paradise, Nevada, United States, on Saturday 20. No, it's actually it's to us it's Sunday morning. I think it falls Saturday night in Vegas. Yeah. Which is at 8 p.m. Local time and 4 a.m. for us in the UK. If you're at F1 Arcade, I'll see you at 2 a.m. Literally, I've just realised
I'm going to be absolutely obliterated in Manchester, looking for somewhere to watch the race on that 4 a.m. Hot Milk.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
sick. Right, so first race at the circuit was in 2023. The most driver wins, one for Max Verstappen and one for George Russell.
Because there's only been 2 races, then that's where we sit, which obviously means that the constructor tally is Red Bull, Mercedes, both on 1.
Same with most wins per driver.
Yeah, we're not in a top 3 because there's only been 2 races.
Pole position last year was George Russell. Podium was George Russell, Hamilton and Carlos Sainz. And the fastest lap, who was it, Dom?
It was Lando Norris with a 134.876.
Dying. I'm sorry for all the me making loads of horrible fucking noises today, guys. Just want to apologise. I'm really struggling.
Well, we're wrapping into the final points now. So I made a note to obviously talk about Lando and the Vegas Championship in sight, but we've just been through that moments ago. So we'll jump on to McLaren, looking like the benchmark, looking to be the benchmark heading into the final rounds. So another dominant weekend from the team. Qualifying pace, race pace, time management, strategy, all look rock solid. And the question is now whether they can carry that form into Vegas' unique conditions and maybe even for the rest of the season. So I think Lando had a complete perfect weekend. So top of the sprint, top of quali, top of sprint quali.
Like a Grand Slam.
Not a Grand Slam technically because he didn't lead for the whole race.
Oh yeah,
but
it's as good
other
as one.
than that,
it's basically
he
as good as
fucking
one.
smashed everything. Like it was top of everything. The practice.
I think Lando's really fucking found a pace that it's a scary pace when a driver can lock in like that.
Oh, the only explanation is Lando and Oscar have Freaky Friday. It's the only explanation.
Yeah, Freaky
It was
Friday.
his birthday yesterday as well.
I know. Did you not see the video that Oscar put up? Oscar's like, I just want to remind you that you're still 2 years older than me.
I did not see it. I did see it, but I was at the England game yesterday, so I don't think I couldn't listen. But I did see the video on my feed. I just didn't watch it like an idiot. But anyway, a couple more final talking. Couple more final talking points. Kimi Antonelli continues to prove that he belongs in a seat.
100%.
Yeah. A rookie season that already includes many record-breaking points tally, and now a wheel-to-wheel defensive masterclass against Verstappen. His stock rises every single weekend. I bet Toto is sitting in his office like fucking...
Speaking of which, have you heard about Toto?
Yeah, he's selling...
3%.
I was going to say a chunk of
it's 3 or 5%, but Toto owns like 33% of it, so it's not a big amount. I think he just wants a tiny little bit less of responsibility.
Yeah.
Did you see him on the career ladder?
No, I did not see him on the career ladder.
Literally, you know the guy who does the career ladder?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, turn off. He's like, yeah, but he's like, you know I am. He's like, okay, let me get your first job.
I was going to say that seems like
his first job was selling torches.
Torches?
Yeah, like flashlights.
Fair.
Like literally bought 25,000 torches and sold them to people. Because where he lived in Austria was really dark.
Fair. Anyway, a couple more things. So, a costly finish for Leclerc and mixed pace for Hamilton, and his inevitable retirement also left them needing a strong response, and Vegas is going to offer them a reset and an opportunity to recover.
Ferrari just needs to fucking sort shit out, man. Like, honestly, I mean, I know every at the end of every season, everyone's like, "Oh, Ferrari just needs to fucking sort shit out," but it's real bad this year.
And then at the start of, towards the end of the season, next year will be our year.
You know what the problem is? Like Ferrari will have a good race and we're like, oh, that's it, Ferrari's looking good again. Then they're just
yeah.
But Mercedes are quietly improving. Like every race, like they've been showing better, stronger race pace, and just more of their drivers this season have been on podium again, which is looking better. Well,
George and Antonelli have both they've both had some kind of less than desirable performances, but I don't think George has ever finished lower than P5 or P6 maybe.
No,
I could be wrong, but George has been very consistent at staying in the points at least. I know Antonelli's had a few mishaps along the way, but he's a rookie, we can't take it away from him.
No, definitely not.
And yeah, I mean the fact that he's hit P2, I really want him to win a race by the end of the season.
Me too.
So Red Bull face a crucial weekend ahead though. The double Q1 elimination and only partial recovery in the race has put Red Bull on the back foot, and they cannot afford another stumble in Vegas. So yeah,
well, let me rephrase that. They can't afford for Max to have another stumble.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So obviously I think more than anything, yes, you know, Max can finish high up, but without Tsunoda in the points also, I mean the jump between between Mercedes and Red Bull in the constructors isn't that much, and although they're only playing for P2 second in the constructors, should I say, it's still, I think there's still like £15 million in prize money difference, which is a lot of money.
That's fucking crazy amount of money.
So yeah, but the final sprint of the season is now behind us, so from here on out it is the classic Grand Prix format all the way to Abu Dhabi, and the championship picture is almost clearer than ever. What a fucking weekend.
Yeah, and that's it. And that wraps up our Sao Paulo Grand Prix special. Massive win for Lando, but more importantly, a huge weekend for Kimi. And you know what, can I be honest, mate? Driver of the day was probably Max.
I know driver of the day was voted as Max, definitely.
But for me, mate, like, he was Max. What, I mean...
Starting from the pit lane, finish P3.
What other driver can start from the pit? And this sounds bad, mate. A couple more laps, he would have probably won it.
Yeah, definitely. I remember hearing a statistic on the broadcast that there's only ever been... I don't think anyone's ever won from starting from the pit lane. Prost, I think, finished P2 once before. Yeah. And Verstappen was well on to take P2, definitely. But yeah, it would have been mesmerising if he would have won from it. But
so next week we're back talking about Viva Las Vegas.
The title scenarios, the tyre talk, the strategy chaos, and the celebrity circus. And of course, the real question on everyone's mind is: will we see Max and Elvis suit at Vegas again this year?
So Dom, where can we find you?
I hope so. You can find me at DJ Dom Cook on everything. Where can we find you?
You can find me at Sentio Silvano on absolutely everything. The handles are on screen right now. And where can you find the pod? Still haven't done a visual for this.
It's all right. The pod is at box pod, all one word. Wherever you search for it, it'll bring us up a lot easier, because there's a lot of... finding us is hard, so
yeah, it's real hard, you know.
We'll get there. We're
working on it. We are working on it.
But once again, thank you very much for listening. Make sure you follow us on our socials. Drop us your predictions for Vegas, and we'll catch you next week for the big one. Talking about our predictions for that.
Sound, Dom. You know what to do. Love you. Bye.
Bye.